How you doing? Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Yeah, you may well have heard that Terrence Crawford has taken out a lawsuit against Bob Arum, Todd Deboeuf and Top Rank, claiming that the organisation and those who work for it are racist, basically. I read the article in the New York Post. I dare say it's been on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, so I wouldn't know about that. And various other news outlets have no doubt covered this. But the New York Post's article is very interesting. The lawsuit itself makes some really scathing accusations. I'll read a couple of them to you. Arum clearly allows his revolting racial bias to impact the fighters he is obliged to promote. Heavy, heavy, heavy. What else have we got here? Let's have a look now. I'll read you a couple more quotes because I think this is some heavy stuff here. Let me see. It's painfully clear that Top Rank, and especially Arum, judges people based on their race. Arum's sordid history with athletes of colour, especially black fighters, and his bias favouring white and Latino fighters is well documented and known throughout the boxing world. Arum makes no secret of his deep-seated bias against black fighters. For example, he called legendary black boxer Floyd Mayweather soft and claimed that he shoots up cars, reinforcing an invidious racist stereotype with no basis in fact. Did he say that about Mayweather? With Bob, you never know. Bob's 90 years of age. You know, I wouldn't say he's senile, but if there's a halfway house, then he's there. Put it that way. Yeah, well, Arum even famously profited, get this one, Arum even famously profited from staging fights in South Africa during the height of apartheid, dismissing the brutal and bloody regime as mere politics and saying he did not care about it as long as he could make money. Fucking hell. All right, well, yeah, so the question is, obviously, is Bob Arum racist, or Top Rank racist, or is Arum 90 years of age just out of touch with... or should we say generations out of touch with black people and black youth in particular, and how to promote, black fighters to their demographic. Floyd Mayweather left Top Rank. I'm right. I think I'm right in saying that it cost Floyd something like $750,000 or $850,000 to buy himself out of his contract, and he went on to make hundreds of millions of dollars. So if Bob Arum is a promoter, if Top Rank are a promotional organisation, I think we can say they missed the boat with that one. And it's just kind of bizarre, really, that Arum, while he had Crawford under contract, was openly saying, I'm going bankrupt with this guy. I'm losing money on him. I don't know what to do with him. Well, you're a promoter. Aren't you meant to understand this stuff? I just don't. I don't understand where. Well, I know where Arum is in his life. He's very much towards the end of it, but I don't understand where Top Rank is as an organisation. Don't they realise that with this sort of attitude, with these accusations, black fighters are going to avoid them like the clap? Now Arum counters this allegation. He says, "Don't call a man racist when really this is because of your own failures." And he claims he lost $20 million on Crawford. His marketability didn't measure up to his ability, and that has absolutely nothing to do with what race he is. The outstanding fact is that Terrence's numbers on pay-per-view have always been dreadful because of his failure to market himself. Again, who's the promoter in this scenario? I would say it's Top Rank and Arum, but Bob feels differently. I wonder what Bob feels he should do. I wonder what he feels the nature of promoting is. Why did he sign Crawford? I mean, let's not stop there. Let's look at a few other people he's signed recently, or in the last year or two. Josh Taylor. Taylor is an incredible fighter. Taylor's achievement of winning the 4 major world governing belts in 16 fights, was it? It's an astounding achievement. And picking up the last piece against Ramirez in America, he didn't do it in his own backyard. He did it internationally. He did it on a world stage. Arum couldn't even get him a broadcaster, certainly not in Britain, and the guy's Scottish. I have to ask the question, why did Taylor sign with Arum? What does a Scottish person, why would a Scottish fighter sign with someone based in America? Why should he feel the need, or why should he have the need, perhaps, to go to America to find a promotional outfit? Never mind a broadcaster, to actually show, to peddle your wares on air so that people can see you and can get to know you and like you and admire you and want to buy your tickets and want to buy your pay-per-views or whatever the case is. Another example is Inoue Inoue from Japan, and Arum signed him up. What's he done since? I know he's fought since he's been signed to Arum, but I don't understand why a Japanese fighter would go with Top Rank. Maybe he just puts a big amount of money on the table and pushes it towards them and says, here, have this, and they go, ooh, and suddenly, dollar signs and yen and pound notes are flickering like so many fruit machines across the eyeballs, and they're thinking, hey, I'll have this, but they're not looking long term. And you have to ask who's managing and who's advising people like Taylor and Inoue. But I'll tell you who's advising Terrence Crawford, or who has been whispering in his ear, and that's Daniel Kinahan, of all people. And I just wonder whether Kinahan said, hang on a minute, this guy didn't promote you right. You deserve more. You're a magnificent fighter, which Terrence Crawford is. I think it's racism. It'd be funny if Daniel Kinahan was standing up against racism. You couldn't make this up, could you? It's brilliant stuff. Whatever Kinahan is guilty or not guilty of, it's an amusing scenario. This Irish alleged gangster. Whispering in the ear of an African American fighter, giving him advice on how to sue his former promoter. This sort of stuff is funny. It's real. It sort of comes out of one of them, those gangster serials that you see on Netflix or some shit like that, But yeah. Anyway, what do you think of this? Do you think it's a valid accusation? I know some people have said that they think Top Rank doesn't look after black fighters. Is it a racial thing? Is it a case of Arum just being out of touch and Top Rank being out of touch? Also in the lawsuit it was pointed out that they have no black executives, Top Rank this is, and only 2 or 3 black people working for the whole organisation. I don't know. I really don't know. For those of us who are a little bit older, I'm not as old as Bob Arum, but then who is? I'm old enough to remember when apartheid was around in South Africa and Bob's attitude towards it and so on and so forth. But I don't know. You can't look inside someone's heart, can you? But you can judge them on their actions. So Bob Arum, Top Rank, Todd Deboeuf. This is a real gloves-off, knock-down, drag-em-out fight in the courtroom. Be interested to see how it goes. I would guess, and this is only a guess, I'm not a legal eagle, that will be settled out of court. But if you're a black fighter, would you sign with Top Rank? If you're a British fighter, would you sign with Top Rank? I think people look at Tyson Fury. People over here look at Tyson Fury. Look, he's with Top Rank. So what? Doesn't matter. If you're a smaller weight, you're a smaller fighter. If you're not as big a name, and if you're not as good a self-promoter as Tyson Fury, I'd avoid him like the clap. Avoid him like the plague. And let me know your feelings below. Interesting subject. But thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel and you could subscribe, that would be great. Hit the subscribe button. Cheers. If you like the video, hit the like button. Share the video. It's all appreciated. All the support you can give. So thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves. We'll chat again soon. Bye-bye for now.